Good evening and welcome back to my channel. This is Sunaina. I'm back once again to do a monthly update for the sign of Sagittarius with regards to their love situation. Now, for Sagittarius, before I say anything with regards to your love and your love zone and everything else that is happening in your love life, I would like to say that for the year 2019, you guys definitely will have to call in for some amount of spiritual strength, okay? That you will be needing for sure. Now, the good thing about you, Sagittarius, is that the universe is going to be blessing you with an unlimited supply of spiritual strength, and that will be your wealth for this year, okay? Which means that your wealth will be present with you, whatever you do, wherever you go, and right where you are, okay? Now, if I have to give you an analogy for you to understand how the spiritual strength in your love zone will also work, the only way that I can provide you with an analogy is like saying that if one goes to the ocean for a spiritual supply, that you want from the ocean, just an analogy. And you guys, Sagittarius, you'll go there with just a small teacup, that's the amount of spiritual strength and supply is what you will receive from the ocean. But again, if you go to the same ocean with a barrel, that is the amount of spiritual strength and supply you guys will be receiving from the ocean itself in the year 2019. So it is what I'm trying to say here is that the ocean doesn't have any favorites. Whoever goes there receives, and you guys are being called this year to do that, okay, to receive your spiritual strength, which is again going to be your wealth in every area of your life, including your love area. So whatever strength you're looking for is right with you. The only thing is the amount of supply. What you take is what you will receive. If you take a small teacup, that's the amount of supply you will receive. But if you take a huge barrel, that's the amount of supply you guys are going to receive from the ocean, because the universe is definitely granting you that permission to take that supply from the universe in the year 2019. And that is the reason why I said that before you can talk about love, before you can talk about your wealth or your love wealth, you definitely need that supply from the ocean, from the universe, guys. That will be your wealth in your love zone, in your career zone, in every zone of your life for the year 2019, okay? Now, having said that, this time in the month of February 2019, the significant other is definitely sitting in a good energy. This person is definitely moving towards a progress in the love area with you. That person wants to renew their love, their fertility. They want to give birth to this love because they are kind, they are charitable. At the same time, they are very nurturing, okay? So they believe in harmony, they believe in prosperity, they believe in intelligence, they believe in the spiritual strength from the universe, and that is the kind of an energy this person is holding for you in your love zone, Sagittarius, in the month of February 2019. But at the same time, this person, and I'll tell you why, this person definitely has a mistrust of this love situation. This person has an evil fear lurking behind his mind or her mind at this point in time with regards to this love situation. There is a kind of suspicion in the higher self of this person, and I'll explain to you as to why this person is definitely going through this energy, even though this person wants to move in the real sense, okay? But at the same time, because the fault is not with this person, the fault is not with the significant other, and the fault is, I'll tell you where the fault is, because that's where I see the fault in here, and I definitely have to make this known to you. The fault is with you, Sagittarius, okay? Because you guys are not being very clear about this love situation. Y'all are enjoying this kind of nurturing, y'all are enjoying this kind of fertility, You're enjoying everything this person is giving you in the right way. But at the same time, there is a corruption in your love area, in your higher self, guys. Okay? You have a kind of a sneaky tendency towards this love in your life, Sagittarius, at this point in time in the month of February, which is again why the significant other is having this evil mistrust, suspicion about their love at this point in time. That's because of you, Sagittarius. You have a very unrestful attitude. That's the word I was looking for. You have a very unrestful attitude at this point in time in your higher self, which is, of course, why the other person is not getting the confidence that you are going to take this love into a different level which this person wants. Okay, so there is a kind of a mistrust as far as your love relationship is concerned, and that is because you're not thinking of your consequences, Sagittarius, of your consequent actions, what you are doing in your higher self. You are definitely not bringing in your spiritual strength at this point in time. Rather, what is happening to you is you're getting carried away with some excitement. Okay, you're definitely not adhering to your spiritual strength at this point in time because of the kind of cranky situation that you have at this point in time in yourself. Okay, you are definitely not bringing things in the right order for yourself at this point in time in the month of February 2019. And again, because of that reason, guys, you all are being silent about your love. You all are not talking to this person clearly. You're not explaining what you want from this relationship. But at the same time, you're enjoying the benefit of this romance. Okay, you're taking everything in yourself. But again, at the same time, because of this higher self energy, you know, Sagittarius, that you are not being completely truthful and honest about your love situation. There is a deception and an error in yourself at this point in time towards your significant other in this love area. You're not being openly talking about this. You're not explaining this situation to the other person. You are kind of playing a bit of a sneaky kind of a role in here, okay, which is why the other person is not being able to have complete faith and trust in this project of love with you at this point in time. And this person is kind of feeling a bit, suspicious about what you really want. Exactly. They're not being able to understand, whether you truly want to move forward, whether you don't want to move forward, whether you want to halt this progress, whether you want to, go into a commitment, into a relationship. That person is not getting the story straight. Okay, that is what is happening to you. But your crossing card for both of you guys, you'll definitely want a rejuvenation in your love area. And it's a good omen that holds promises of a brighter time to come. Okay, because you definitely are seeking relief. You all are both seeking enthusiasm, which is a welcome sight in your love area, which is giving you inspiration and also encouragement. It's also putting in a lot of faith in yourself, which you're recognizing. You're getting recognition and opportunities to move forward in your love area. And if you do that in the right way, guys, Sagittarius, this is for you. You are going to be changing your wheel of fortune once again towards a better time in your love zone. And I'll tell you why I said this once again. This word once again has come to me for a reason, because of your crossing energy at this point in time, that I see that if you guys are open and truthful about the situation at this point in time, for both of you guys, because you'll definitely are not being truthful to one another at this point in time, okay? But again, having said that, if you can change the course of your action, if you can do the right thing in the right way and get the right message across to your better half, you definitely will will be able to turn your wheel of fortune towards a good and better start once again in your love zone. Sagittarius, this news is for you. Now, in your foundation card, what you both guys are wanting is definitely you're wanting a movement. You're wanting a journey over the water. It could be a long distance journey that you'll both guys are planning together, which is again going to give you the opportunity to step away from some danger that you are anticipating will happen if you stick on to this particular area that you are living in right now. So you are deciding to move away, you are deciding to travel further down, further away from this danger by stepping into the unknown. And that is definitely a brave attempt that you guys are inferring at the bottom of your soul to improve your circumstances in love. Okay, which is definitely a very good foundational energy to have for the two of you at this point in time. That is definitely calling in for a lot of good things to happen in your love zone at this point in time, and you're working towards it, even though in your higher self, right in your higher self, you guys have still to open up and figure out what you definitely want with your love, how far you want to go with one another, what you want to do. The rest of the things are all falling in place for you. And if you definitely happen to do the right thing for the Sagittarius, you will definitely change your wheel of fortune towards better times again in your love. And now, at the same time, with your foundation card in here, guys, you definitely are enjoying this prosperous movement that is kind of shaping up in your love life. Okay, you definitely are getting a stimulated excitement out of it. You all are enjoying that kind of planning that you all are doing, you know, in the literal sense. Basically, you all are exchanging ideas with one another as to what you can do to move away from this kind of danger, this kind of situation, this kind of feeling of being in an anticipated dangerous area, you know. So that's what you guys are definitely doing at this point in time, because you all are moving towards a different zone, a different area of your life that is definitely going to bring you back your prosperity, your happiness, your wishes will come true. Things are going to happen for you, Sagittarius. But again, if you keep in mind that you do the right thing at the right time, be honest and truthful to one another at this point in time. That's because in your past, you definitely have got hurt, Sagittarius, with your love. Okay, which happened because your wheel of fortune in love had turned in the past. Okay, which definitely had brought a change in your love fortune. And of course it happened because universe wanted you to start on a positive cycle of growth and destiny once again. Okay, where you will be enjoying all prosperity that will come to you from all kinds of opportunities of fate that is going to happen. That will be a pleasant surprise which will bring in gains for you and a fortunate turn of event in your life as well, which is why I just told you that your wheel of fortune is going to be changing again for the second time this year. Okay, this year, when you have two wheel of fortune, guys, it's talking about a major change in your destiny, Sagittarius, once again in this year 2019, because your wheel of fortune had definitely gone before for a reason, had changed before for a reason. Okay, and it's changing again in the past. This is again had been in the past energy, which had definitely thrown your love zone out of gear. Okay, you definitely had to suffer. You had been suffering from pain, you had been suffering from kind of anger, hatred, you know, whatever you might want to say here. You had gone through all those kind of motions in life in the past. Okay, but again, please remember it had happened for a reason. Okay, so basically in a couple of years, maybe a year or 2 years, that's what I look into the past energy. I would say a year or a year and a half, Your wheel of fortune is about to turn again, Sagittarius. But again, if you do the right thing in your love zone, because don't repeat that mistake of the past in here for the present time. That would be my advice, okay? Because universe had given you one chance and universe is giving you the second chance. Use that in a very effective manner, because in the past you definitely had to suffer with your love area, okay? And that is because again, you were attractive, definitely, but again, you were a person of good humor, intelligent person. You like travel, change of residence, and you had kind of risked unconventional ideas about your love in the past. Okay, your ideas about love was very unconventional, that you wanted to follow in the past, of course. But again, these things have all gone into the past, which definitely had kind of had kind of shaken you up because of your unconventional ideas that you had been holding in the past, which of course was changed by the wheel of fortune. You definitely had to go through a major shakeup in your love zone, Sagittarius. Okay, because things, what you believed would have happened for you, did not actually turn out that way. It turned out actually in the reverse, okay? Which is why you definitely had a lot of suffering to face at this point in time in the past, okay? And I said past, recent past doesn't matter, but it's the past. And that happened again because, like I said, unconventional ideas about love is one thing. The second thing that you had in your energy in the past with regards to your love, and that's why things had fallen apart, was because you were engaging in some underhand dealings. Okay, you had clouded judgment about your love. You had a very complex kind of judgment about your love. You were denying the truth that maybe this kind of a person in the past was not the kind of person that you wanted to be with. And yet you kind of stuck on to that situation just because you had to stick on. But you were kind of in denial of the truth because of your unconventional ideas. But the wheel of fortune, and that is the reason the wheel of fortune had to turn for you, Sagittarius, because universe had to come in to change that for you, because the universe knew that you were stagnated in that position of your love in the past, which was definitely not making you happy, which was definitely not giving you the fulfillment, which was definitely not giving you the joy, and was making you cold, cruel, and bitter towards your love area. You were not able to open your heart to receive any kind of love. You were not able to open your heart to give any kind of love to anybody because of this, because of whatever underhand dealings that you had in your love area with unconventional ideas that clouded your judgment, where you had to deny the truth that this love in the past was not my real love. But at the same time, because of the circumstance in your past, you were turning bitter, you were turning cold, you were turning cruel, because you were not able to decide. You had clouded judgments. You were not able to decide, whether you should stick on to that love, whether you should move away from that love, whether you should go forward with something else in your life. You had every kind of doubt in yourself with regards to the old situation with love. So therefore, now that you have found a new way of thinking about your love situation, the new person, that's why I said the wheel of fortune is turning once again in your favor, and this time it's turning for good, Sagittarius. So take this person more seriously than you are doing at this point in time. That would be my advice. Now, in your physical 3D in the month of February 2019, guys, you'll have some kind of incompatibility with one another. Again, as I said, like your incompatibility in the higher self. in the physical world too, in spite of having everything in the right place, you still are not very compatible with one another, which is why you all are making false promises to one another, which is, of course, a betrayal of confidence, which is again in the higher self. Now you see how the higher self is related with your physical energy. This kind of a betrayal of confidence is again calling for emotionally charged conflict between the two of you in the physical 3D, okay, in the month of February 2019. Because again, as I said, you guys have to open up. If you want to turn your wheel of fortune, Sagittarius, once again, you better take this person under your wings of confidence. That is what I would like to tell you. Of course, your judgment is the ultimate judgment of whether you want to do it or you don't want to do it. But what I see on the table is what I tell you, okay? But now, please, you all are making false promises again to one another because of their incompatibility. You all are not being able to trust one another in the right way, even in the physical world at this point in time, which is, of course, calling for anticipated hostility in your love life, and it's kind of preparing you for some kind of turbulence and conflict again in your love zone. And you do have the foresight to see that. You are sensing that unrest in your love area. Because of this reason, you're trying to put the affairs in order. You are planning a defense against this kind of a situation that might happen, that might occur. You all are doing everything in your physical world at the same time. But again, at this point in time, the thing is that Sagittarius, you guys are definitely, you'll have to clear yourself first. Because you all are definitely holding some amount of pain and conflict in yourself. You're not being able to completely reverse that situation and open that situation and take that situation away from yourself of the past. Okay, that's the reason you're still holding that kind of turbulence from the past that has occurred in your life in your present 3D, which is, of course, calling you to cut it off, okay, because that is creating disorientation in your present love life, okay, and which, if you don't do it, will collapse the situation of this beautiful alliance. Okay, so you better take care in the physical world, guys, because you'll definitely don't want to lose this beautiful opportunity to bring the sun back in your life once again, as far as your love area is concerned, Sagittarius. So please take this in the right way possible, because you definitely are getting a hold of the right thing at this point in time. But what you do is what you will, like I told you right in the beginning, what you take to the ocean, if you take a teacup to the ocean, that is what you will receive back in terms of spiritual strength and wealth and love from that ocean. But if you take a barrel, that is what you're going to get back from the ocean, because the ocean doesn't have any favorites, okay? Whoever goes to the ocean, and this year 2019 is for you to go to the ocean, Sagittarius, to receive the maximum amount of wealth from the ocean, and the wealth is right with you wherever you are, provided you guys know how to work with the situation in the right order. Okay, that is what is very important in the month of February 2019. And going forward in this month again, you definitely are not going to change much in February. Towards the end, beginning of March, you're in kind of a denial of this love, okay? You're procrastinating yourself in this love. You're not believing that somebody could actually, because of your past experience, you're not being able to believe that somebody could actually make things work for you. You're not getting that right judgment call. You are kind of getting into a standstill position, which is also creating a bit of separation from your love area with your love partner in the month of February, later February, early March, okay? Kind of separation. But again, at the same time, you're trying to capture, the essence of your youth, the essence of your beauty, the essence of your excitement, joy, everything at the same time. But again, it's a problem with you, Sagis. You all are not being able to believe this person or trust this person completely in understanding. And again, as I said, it's because of your past experience, you are still feeling hurt. You are still in denial that something like this could have happened to you. And that is the reason you are not being able to open your mind to receive this new love that is walking into your life at this point in time, which, if you do the right thing, would bring you back your celebration, your victory, and your joy in your love life, guys. But again, it all depends on you, Sagittarius. It all depends on what you want in your love area. How far you can take this love zone with your wheel of fortune that is definitely calling in for some kind of change at this point in time. That is definitely what you want. You want it, but again, your denial of your ex flame or your ex experience is so high in your life that you are not being able to completely receive that spirituality. You're going to the ocean with a teacup, guys. I mean, that is what you all are doing. You all are going to the ocean with a teacup. You all are not taking the barrel to the ocean. And that is the reason why you guys are suffering at this point in time. In yourself, you're not being able to trust this entire project of this love completely. Now, in your environment, Sagittarius, what is happening here is this, okay? This is the card which talks about errors in judgment for me, okay? You're definitely making errors in your judgment. You're showing your weakness in your judgment call. You're being highly critical. There is a lot of criticism because of your loss and regret in the past. This is the critical thing that is happening to you. You're repenting your rash action in the past that you had done. But again, you're trying to live up to your responsibility of doing the right thing again, going forward. But again, at the same time, this is the error in your judgment that has happened because you did not realize that you would be so brutally hurt in the past, Sagittarius, and that hurt had come to you because of a third party situation in your love area in the past. Okay, and you're not being able to forgive and forget the trauma that had happened to you in the past in your environment, which is of course why you are still denying and procrastinating this love, which is romance, which is coming into your area, into your life in the month of February 2019, of course. So it is kind of clear now that I'm doing the reading as to what is actually the problem area in your love life. And this is the problem area in your love life, guys. You definitely have to get over this in order to progress, in order to move forward, in order to bring back the harmony and love and joy you truly deserve, guys. You definitely want it. Okay, but at the same time, if you kind of keep doing this, you won't be able to go forward. You will become very aggressive. Okay, you will become a chauvinistic fool. You will become a very conceited person. You won't like yourself later on. Okay, because if you keep doing this, your environment will turn you like this, will turn you into aggressive person, will turn you very rash, will turn you into a chauvinistic fool, will also turn you into a very conceited person, and you, Sagittarius, will definitely not enjoy that from the environment. Okay, but if you continue doing that, this is what is going to happen to you because you're not being able to get over that hurt, that pain, that thing that happened with you in the past. You're still holding on to that, guys. You're still holding on to that kind of a defense mechanism that you think will work for you. But in actual reality, that defense mechanism is stopping your wheel of fortune in order for it to move forward. You're not being able to move your own destiny if you keep doing this, Sagittarius. And that is the reason Your environment is giving you back opposition, it's giving you back jealousy, it is giving you back deceit and infidelity because of yourself. Because of yourself, Sagittarius, you are creating a bad environment for yourself. And if you keep doing this, of course, your environment is not going to improve towards your love life, will not allow you. And you are one of the fortunate few. Let me tell you this, guys. You are one of the fortunate few who, in a little span of time, is able to turn their wheel of fortune twice towards their love. Very few people can do that. But you guys are being blessed to do that. Now, what you take from that ocean is up to you, a teacup or a barrel, okay? You want the sun or you want the moon. You want the light or you want the dark, is up to you. I'm just telling you what you are doing at this point in time. And that's your hope and fear, that you will probably be able to move your motion, your chariot in love towards the right way, guys, okay? But if you cannot do the things properly, your chariot will definitely be halted. It will definitely not move towards the right position. And that is, again, in turn, will not manifest the magic in your love life, guys. If you keep continuing to do what I just told you, if you're not being honest, if you're not being faithful, if you're not being true, you're turning rash, you're turning conceited, you are being critical about every situation. You're trying to examine because, again, of your past situation, the hurt, the pain, that thing is lingering on for you now, that you are applying that same logic and same rationale to your new love or to the person who is now in your love life at this point. That person is bearing all these difficulties because of your past incidents that happened in your life, okay? So therefore, this is why you guys are fearing that the magic, will probably happen, will not happen. Your wheel of fortune will probably allow you to move, your chariot will not allow you, because you're kind of fearful at the same time, okay? Because you have suffered, once bitten, twice shy, kind of a feeling that you have. So you are trying to be extra careful, but at the same time, while you are doing all this, you're stopping the celebration. You're stopping the completion of this journey. If you do the right thing, this will come back to you in the right way. But right now, because of your self problems, I would say, your self problems more so, you're stopping everything in your area. You're taking that small teacup to the ocean. You're not even taking a large mug or something. You're just taking the tiny little teacup that holds a few drops from the ocean, and that's why you're kind of stopping yourself from bringing the world of love back into your life, okay? Now, as far as your outcome is concerned, guys, of course, what I see is what I'm going to tell you. Again, in the month of February, you definitely are feeling bound and trapped because of certain situations, some which is circumstantial, some which is a doing of yourself, and that is the reason you're feeling bound, you're feeling trapped, you are feeling that domination of being trapped, and you're having to rely on the judgment of other people, approaching the end of an adversity because you are not understanding the right approach to this. You're not believing, that's what I told you, that faith in yourself, that lingering hurt is keeping you trapped in a place that you're not being able to make a judgment call by yourself, and you're having to rely on other people's judgment calls on this, okay? But again, you're approaching the end of an adversity towards the end of a problem, because this card, when it talks about being trapped, it also talks about that if you want, Sagittarius, in the month of February 2019 going forward, you can definitely set yourself free from all these troubled areas of your life to actually conquer the love in your life in the right way. But if you do the right soul searching for yourself, that's what you need to do. Like I said, please take the barrel to the ocean. Okay, don't take the teacup. Put the teacup away, keep it in the closet, put it under lock and key. Take the barrel, find the barrel, and take it to the ocean to get the right amount of feedback from nature, from the universe for your destiny and your wheel of fortune to change towards your love in the right possible way. Believe in that. Do it, guys, and be blessed. Okay? With this, I end my video. Namaste. God bless you. Khuda Hafiz. And we'll see you soon again.